Hello everyone. So this is session number 19 of food safety and quality assurance, and the topic which we'll be covering today is HACCP introduction. So what is HACCP basically? It is hazard analysis and critical control point. By the end of the lecture, we'll be able to define the term hazard and critical control point, or understand the purpose of hazard analysis and critical control point, know the history of HACCP, recognize the 7 principles of HACCP, and be aware of the HACCP certificate provider, and be familiar with some of the HACCP certified companies in Saudi Arabia. So what is HACCP is defined as a system that identifies, assesses and controls the biological, chemical and physical hazards that are associated with food production or practices to prevent potential problems before they happen. The HACCP stands for Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point. So hazard analysis of all the hazards are based on the product description, production process and the operational conditions. The so why is HACCP important? It controls potential hazards in food production, and by monitoring and controlling major food risks such as microbiological, chemical and physical dangers, the industry can better assure consumers that the products are safe. So history of HACCP is NASA wanted to produce food for astronauts to guarantee food safety. The World Health Organization issued HACCP principles, and Codex Alimentarius is a collection of internationally recognized standards, code of practices. In 1973, HACCP became a mandatory for low acid and canned food regulations. In 2002, the juice HACCP regulation began to be mandatory for processors, small business and very small businesses. So, HACCP, the different types of hazards which come under HACCP are biological, chemical and physical. The biological hazards are harmful microorganisms. Chemicals are those either naturally occurring, intentionally or unintentionally added. The physical are glass, stones or metals. And critical control points are identifiable points in the production chain where a hazard may occur. Action is taken to prevent the hazard from occurring. This can either be the point, step or procedure at which the control can be applied and is essential to prevent or eliminate a hazard to reduce to an acceptable level. HACCP plan is to a team of individuals within the company and the assistance from the outside experts. Step 1, to collect the HACCP resources or assemble the HACCP team. Step 2 is to describe the product and its method of distribution. Step 3 is to develop a complete list of ingredients and raw material. Step 4 is to develop a process diagram as shown in the figure below. So this is how a process diagram that identifies steps used to prepare the product from receiving to the final shipment. After the flow diagram is created, it should be confirmed by walking through the plant to make sure the steps listed on the diagram describe what happened in the producing the product. Step 5 is to meet the requirements of sanitation. The good sanitation guarantees that a safe product is produced. The 7 principles of HACCP are hazard analysis, determination of the critical control point, establish critical limits, critical control point monitoring, corrective actions, establish verification procedures and record keeping procedures. So first is hazard analysis. The first step involves identifying any hazard that must be prevented, eliminated or reduced to an acceptable level. Now determine the CCP or the critical control point. Identifying the CCP at the step to prevent or eliminate a hazard to reduce to its acceptable level. Now establish critical limits. A critical limit is a maximum or a minimum value to which a biological, chemical or physical limit must be controlled. CCP monitoring. A planned series of observations need to be taken to determine whether a CCP is within critical limits. Corrective actions to be followed when a hazard is identified in a food chain. Now, verification procedures are those activities other than monitoring CCPs that verify the HACCP plan and show the system is operating accordingly. Now, record keeping procedures. The document and record keeping helps to show the effective application of the HACCP. The review of HACCP. The design and running of HACCP structure should be reviewed when the food operator is changed. The system should be reviewed even when there is no changes. So this is how a HACCP plan is made. HACCP and administration of TPN formula. The steps to reduce the formula contamination. HACCP certificate providers. There are certain certification bodies which provide the HACCP certificates, and we have to register our company in name of any of the certificate provider that it is a HACCP certified company. That's all for this session. Thank you.